I too am a bit nervous, so forgive me. But in the words of my great coach, fellow Hall of Fame inductee, one of the best people I ever met in this world, Coach Brooks, great day to be alive and be a Wildcat, gentlemen. But I will say this moment almost didn't happen. I would like to give acknowledge to my fellow Wildcat, Dickie Lyons. Thank you for showing me everything not to do. That's my guy, man. First, I like to say I'm honored. I like to say I'm honored and humbled to be here tonight amongst family, friends, my peers, and my fellow Hall of Fame inductees. Thank you to the University of Kentucky Athletics, Mitch and PV for making this moment happen for me. Very special. Thank you guys for recognizing me tonight and allowing me to participate in this great event. First, I'd like to acknowledge 3 people that, to me, made this moment happen in my life, allowed me to live out my dreams, and to be standing in front of you today. And without these 3 people being so significant in my life, I would not be here today in front of you guys. First, to my mom. Thank you for being my motivating force all throughout college. All I ever wanted to do was make you proud and give you some moments and memories to smile about. She taught me what it takes to sacrifice for what it is that I truly love. As a child, I would watch her work day and night to provide for me and my brother, and something that she always made happen. No matter what, through every circumstance and every situation, she always made a way to make things work for us, and I'm forever grateful for that. Thank you, Mom, for every valuable lesson that you taught me and for being the amazing person that you are. I said I wasn't going to be the first one to cry tonight, but bear with me. And to my brother Jasmine, who couldn't be here tonight because his son's first football game is tomorrow morning, so he's there. My little nephew looks up to me. But as a kid, I looked up to my brother. All I wanted to be was him. My love, my passion for this game of football, it all came from him. This year, I was also inducted into my high school football Hall of Fame, and he spoke about legacy and growth. And although I never really grew into the 6'3", 240-pound guy, the physique that I listed on my high school license, 6 feet, 210 pounds ain't that bad. But if one thing I would want him to hear tonight if he was here with me is that he was the best role model that I could ever learn from and ever see. He taught me, in order to grow as a man, you have to stay faithful and you have to pray every day. And if you want your dreams and your legacy to grow, you have to take a faithful leap. And that's something that he sticks with me all day. And also, his words made it so much more easier for me to step onto the campus of Kentucky. And like Coach Brown said, fight anybody who got in my way. He always told me, never worry about being the cool guy. The cool guy always finishes last. And don't worry about what anybody else has to say about you, because if you're doing the right thing, they'll follow. And if they don't follow, they'll get in the line eventually. And the third person that I want to recognize, before I say anything, I would like for y'all to give a round of applause before I even say anything to this guy. Derek Kelly, truly an American hero. You are the example of what a man should be in life. Everything, man, that you've done, you taught me, man, it's a blessing. To Derek, to one of the greatest men in this world. You would know him if you've ever attended any UK game while I was playing. He'd be in the stands yelling, you guys need to get your ASSS up and cheer for these men. They're leaving it all on the field. And besides, that's my son out there. Keep playing. Or Coach Brooks definitely remember him standing in the middle of the catwalk in front of the buses saying, stop the damn bus right here. I'm not moving. Leave it here. We're going. So he basically brought back the catwalk. We believe. I thank you. The Big Blue Nation thanks you too, Derek. Thank you so much. And something also that Derek also taught me. He taught me to stay humble. Throughout my college career, I had a lot of articles written about me, but he would never let me read one. And if he saw me with one, he would take it away from me, and he would always say, look, you can read these when I'm done. When you're done at Kentucky, you can read these, we can look back on it and cherish these memories. For that, I'm truly grateful for keeping me humble and not allowing me to get a big head and continue to work hard every day. And thank you so much for your selflessness, everything that you do, man. I really do appreciate it. I'd like to thank Slacks. Where's Susan at? Hey, boo. I'd like to thank Slacks for allowing me to, throughout my 4 years in Kentucky, to sit on her couch, vent, and she was very brave and endured a lot of good farts that I left in her office, so thank you, Slacks. Again, to Mitch and PB for making this moment happen to me for tonight. Brett Setzer, an amazing man, you know, great role model to look out for when I was in college. The Archers, who took me in when I tore a ligament in my ankle my freshman year, and I told my mom not to come up, not don't worry, I'm a big boy, I'll be all right. I cried. The Archers brought me in, let me sleep on their couch, fed me a little bit, not too much Sandy Bell, don't worry. And to Joe Sharp, who never complained. It's my guy, he never complained. Every week I had about a 35 to 40 ticket requests that I would put in with Joe Sharp, so thank you for not complaining. Again, I'd like to thank Quaintance for being such a great person around another facility, and just a beautiful person. Everybody at Cats, Sandy Bell for making sure people come into the stadium not wearing any other color besides blue. Thank you for that. And Coach Ortmeyer, one of the greatest special team coaches I ever been around, one of the greatest people too. He told me my first game, he said, hell, I'll play you all day if nobody else will play you. So thank you for giving me my first shot, Coach Ort. Tony Neely, my pops is with me now. He taught me to make sure no matter what I'm doing that I always look good. Thank you, Pop. My lovely wife, Veronica, who's in the audience, she's with Child, or I should say with Wildcat right now. And to my beautiful son and my beautiful daughter, Noah. To all the rest of my family members that made it up from Detroit and LaGrange, thank you so much for being here in this moment. It's special. Lamont Trost Love, I bugged him to death, and he bugged me to death this week to make sure that everything happened. You would have thought he was getting inducted into the Hall of Fame tonight. And something else, to all the kids that have bigger hearts than their dreams. I'm one of those kids. You know, I challenge everybody every day to be better. You know, it's one thing that Coach Brooks always used to tell us before a game and after the game is, you know, you look that man in the mirror. Are you comfortable with that man in the mirror? Can you answer to that man in the mirror? And that's something that I live by today. You know, I look in that mirror and I challenge myself to be better the next day I wake up. Now, as for me, I think about the weekend that my life changed. I was in LaGrange, Georgia. It was the #1 team versus the #2 team. LaGrange, of course, we were the #1 team, the baddest team in Georgia, versus Carrollton High School. We ended up having a serious, tough battle, beating this team. Beat them, and we got ready to go home. 12 o'clock. My brother, my cousin Derek, myself, we prepared ourselves for a 6-hour road trip to come to a place that I'd never been before in Lexington, Kentucky. We hit the road at 12 a.m. We arrived in Lexington somewhere around about 7-ish or so. Took a 30-minute nap. That's all we needed. That's all we needed. I had a meeting that same morning with Coach Brooks, the meeting that he talked about previously, around about 8 o'clock. He walks in. I'm like, this is a bad dude. This is a bad dude. This is a bad dude. Puts his hand on my shoulder. gives it a tight squeeze. I'm like, oh man, he ain't gonna want me to come here. I'm too skinny. I'm too small. But I'll never forget the words that he told me. Guys like you, you're gonna be the reason why we changed this program around. From that day forth, I was sold. I wanted to come here, I wanted to work my tail off and make things happen for this university. So I'd like to also salute a couple members that helped me change this program around. Andre Woodson, Marcus McClinton, Keenan Burton, Jacob Tammy, Dickie Lyons, Raphael Little, Jeremy Jarman, Austin Moss, A2 that's in the, let me tell you something about this guy. Walk-on guy. He is the absolute example of what the Big Blue Nation is. A guy walks onto our team, practices his tail off, works his butt off every day, and earns a scholarship. That's one of the highest honors for a walk-on guy. DeMario Ford and Braxton Kelly, they were a part of changing this culture at UK. Sadly to say, I don't have any more eligibility left, but what I do have is knowledge, love, passion, pride, and a plan and a vision that UK will be #1. So I figured, hey, in 10 years of coaching, I'll surpass Coach Brooks, Coach Collier, Coach Claiborne, and the late Bear Bryant, who had 60 wins. So with that being said, we're right for the fight today on U of K. Thank you to everybody here tonight that attended this event. Thank you for this beautiful Woodford Reserve Room. Thank you for the Big Blue Nation, Ms. Barnhart again, Coach Brooks, Chuck Hayes, I watched you. You were a great example to me too, man. Thank you so much. To everybody in the audience, God bless.